I'm very happy to have a guest with me that I think everybody in the Valley knows, and his name is Don Genhart. Now, Don is a man about town who seems to support every event, particularly the arts, but his special love is well known in our Valley, and that is his love of animals. Now, I do have to say, though, for everyone, since Don is sitting right here next to me, that he's also known as the Prince of the Desert. So that very much describes Don and what a great guy he is, and he is loved also. So he's here to talk with us about a most exciting fundraiser benefiting Animal Samaritans' new veterinary, how do you say that, Don?
Yeah, veterinary
clinic at the Coachella Valley Animal Campus. Now, this new event that he's going to talk about is his brainchild and is called the Men of Pompei Fashion Show that will take place on Saturday, January 9th, 2010. Don, welcome to the show. The word is out that this will be the hit of the season for Animal Samaritans, and I want my audience to hear all about it. First, give the detail of the time, the place, and the costs, and then we'll just have you get into the nitty-gritty of what's going to happen.
Thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate being here today. It's very nice of you to have me in the studio. This event is taking place on Saturday, January the 9th, 2010, 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Hyatt Grand Champions in Indian Wells. It's a promotion for Animal Samaritans to help, as you just mentioned, the veterinary clinic is to raise money for that, which is attached to this animal shelter there in Thousand Palms. Our honorary chairman for this event is Rip Taylor, and the mistress of ceremonies is Patty Grabeau.
Who is Rick Taylor?
He's a comedian, a zany comic. He is very well known in the entertainment field as one of the craziest comics in the world. He throws confetti in the air and he jumps up and down. And he's
that
gonna be a lot of
Rip
fun.
Taylor. Good heavens. I didn't know that he was going to be there. He's fantastic. Haven't seen him in a long time. How did you manage to get him?
Well, Gloria McDermott, who's on my committee, I chair the committee, but she's serving with me, and she knows him quite well, and she's the one that was instrumental in us getting Rip.
Oh, my goodness. Well, good for her. That's great.
And then we have the piano during the reception will be played by Bill Marks.
Talk a little bit about Bill. You know him well.
Well, he's contributing that amount of time, and as you know, he plays throughout the desert. He's very well known. He's like Frankie Randall, Bill Marks. They all play piano in all these events. But I wanted to tell you about the models. We've got 10 great models that are going to do 3 changes of clothes, and it's from the Pompei men's store up on El Paseo, the newest, most chic store. And we're going to have goodie bags at each of the place settings valued at about $250 or more for each person.
Mm-hmm.
And we are also going to have, I'm working, as you know, with Nancy Whitlock Production. She's helping me with this. And we're going to have a wonderful luncheon, and the price is $60. And for that, we're going to have a live auction. We're going to have a silent auction. We're going to have art on display. And the live auction is consisting of a weekend in Las Vegas at the Bellagio, a 2-night stay with dining at any of the restaurants in the hotel. And we're working on getting a jet to take the people to the hotel and then bring them back to the Coachella Valley.
Well, that is incredible. Let's take a minute now to go back and mention the names of these gorgeous guys, including yourself, that's going to model in the show. And, that's for my audience out there, that's what makes this show so exciting. It's the men, ladies. It's not another one of these fashion shows filled with women. It's the men. So it's going to be a good time, and I want Don to give the names and a little bit about each one of the models, if you would, Don.
Sure, I'd be happy to. Neil Bowden is on the board with Animal Samaritans, and he's a dog lover as I am, a pet lover actually, and he's retired. And then we have Alan Farwell, who's the general manager of the Hyatt Grand Champions.
Good for you to get him.
Oh, yeah, that's a plus, really. He's a very good friend of mine, so I roped him into it. I said, either you do it or we're not going to hold this in your hotel. I threatened him.
Oh, well, yes, but a good threat.
And then there's myself, who's retired but still active in the pet business and working with Animal Samaritans and the Coachella Valley Symphony. Then Alan Goda, who has a swimming pool firm, is going to model. And then my minister, Reverend Joe Hooper from the Center of Spiritual Living, is going to model as well. And then my partner, Michael Myers, who's a hypnotherapist, is going to model. Michael Phipps, who's a cosmetologist and hairstylist out of Cathedral City. And Austin Ray, who's a local talent and a very good singer, he's going to model. And then there'll be 2 models from Los Angeles who I don't know the names of, but Chester Pompei is going to bring them in from L.A.
Well, they'll be a big surprise for everyone. I just think it's absolutely fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about how you got the idea for doing a men's fashion show. What inspired you?
Well, I think I've gone to so many women's fashion shows, and Nancy Whitlock and I talked about it about 2 years ago, and I said to Nancy, I said, what about doing a men's fashion show? I think we could really drum up some attendance. And she said, that's a great idea. Well, we've tried it several times, and it never worked out, but this time it did, and we're really thrilled about it. And she's been a great inspiration in creating what we're going to do.
And the Pompei apparel, men's fine apparel, he was very excited about the concept, wasn't he, when you approached him on it?
Yes, I was one of his first customers and spent a considerable amount of money. And then again, I almost threatened him too. I said, Chester, you've got to help me out. Would you like the exclusive on this first men's fashion show in the Coachella Valley? I said, I could bring in some other people, but I said, I'd really like for you to do it. He said, oh, I want the exclusivity. So he has it.
And you are a dapper dresser. We always admire and are happy to see what you're wearing. We look forward to that. I'd like to take this minute to send a little message, a little shout out, as is often said, to Nancy Whitlock, who could not be with us today. Nancy is okay, but she was in a car accident and couldn't be with us. But the Valley, people in the Valley know Nancy very well for her productions, and I know this is going to be an exceptional one. Don, this would be a good time to tell us some more about the goodie bags. Give us an idea of the surprises that are going to be in there.
Well, there's going to be some animal products. There's going to be pet service certificates. Chester Pompei has some items he's going to put into the bags. I'm not quite sure what yet. And Arbonne International is going to do some certificates.
What is Arbonne International? Do we know?
Arbonne is, I think, very similar to Mary Kay, a women's product line. And then Raymond's Salon, he's going to give 25 or 30% off of any hairstyling for men and women. And then we have some pet products by Paul Mitchell. And Escada is going to give us some certificates, the upscale ladies fashion store. And Crystal's Boutiques, who's a very moderately priced ladies store, and several other things. As I said, it's going to value at $250 or more.
But we're going to have some, by the way you're describing it, we're going to have some goodies in there for the guys, too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, besides the excitement of, as Pompei's fashion is described, the Euro chic menswear modeled by the desert's most fashionable animal lovers, and you will have your pooches with you in the fashion show, which will be exciting. But I think this would be a good time to mention that, as it says in the invitation and on the poster, what does that say, Don? Would you tell our listeners?
We love your furry and feathered pets, but this venue cannot accommodate them, so sorry. In other words, people cannot bring their pets because we're going to provide our pets with the fashion show.
Yes, and oftentimes with any events with the Animal Samaritans, people can bring their pets, but not this time.
Correct.
Now, one of the most exciting things that I know that people are looking forward to, that I have heard, that we are going to actually have an auction of the guys. Aren't we going to have some Marines there?
That's correct.
All of us in the audience are going to be able to bid like crazy.
That's right. I think the women are going to be excited about that. We're going to bring on 2 Marines from 29 Palms that will be live auction items. We're not quite sure what that will consist of, but we think that whoever bids on them will take them to lunch or dinner. And maybe they'll do a work project for the women, whatever that might be at their home.
But no one's allowed to take them home and keep them. They have
I think
give
that's
them
between them and the Marines.
Okay, we'll just go shush shush, and we won't tell what's going to happen. But I think that's a great idea, and it's going to work to make a lot of money. Why don't you tell us at this point too, Don, how people can get additional information, make donations, and get tickets for the event?
Yes, thank you very much, Jacqueline. You would call 760-343-3216, which is the Animal Samaritans office, and they will take your money and tell you all about the fashion show that we're doing today. And we really hope people put tables together, which can be done. We have sponsors of $2,500, $1,000, or $500, and that depends on the seating. There'll be 8 at a chair, at a table, and for the $2,500 co-sponsor, and then the table sponsors would also have 8 at $1,000. And then there are 4 tickets available for the Fashionista sponsor.
Well, and that's a great idea. And how are you doing so far on getting sponsorship?
It's really, well, we have pretty much gotten almost all of our sponsors. We just have a couple more underwriters. Some of them, of course, have been Pompei, Elizabeth Leone, who is the widow of Victor Leone, who passed on about a year ago.
Yes, sadly.
She came forward right away. And then I'm doing my pet service as a sponsor. Hyatt is a sponsor, Animal Samaritans. And I'm working with Paula Karcher, who is going to do something for us as well.
Well, everyone is turning out because we're all animal lovers, most of us in the Valley, and there's a lot of people supporting this. And again, I want to say just once more that the tickets are $60 per person or $480 for a table of 8, plus all of these sponsorships available, which may or may not be sold out, but we want you to call and find out whether that is still available. And again, we're going to have the live auction of the bachelor bid packages, and there's going to be a raffle too, isn't that right?
Yes, we have some raffles, but in addition to the live auction with the Marines, we're going to do the weekend in Las Vegas and a weekend in San Diego at the La Jolla Hyatt, and some dining facilities in San Diego, and I guess some of the athletic or entertainment facilities there.
Well, ladies, this is going to be a great event. And gentlemen, I think there's a lot of gentlemen out there that would like to attend this. And we want Don to just tell us a brief overview about Animal Samaritans and why we want to support this group.
Well, as you know, they're building a new facility next to the animal shelter in Thousand Palms, and it's going to be the veterinary clinic. And it costs about $3 million plus. So all these events that Animal Samaritans can have, such as this one, produces quite a bit of money to help defray the cost of that particular facility. And it's going to be a nice need because you will have the vaccinations of full-time veterinarians. There'll be a clinic there. It's going to be great. And I also wanted to tell you, Jacqueline, that excuse me, we have over 200 reservations already, and we just mailed the invitations out a couple weeks ago, so they're coming in like crazy. I think we'll have 300 people attend this luncheon.
Oh, I'm sure we will. I mean, the turnout for the animal affairs are always good. And again, the date is Saturday, January 9th, 2010 at 11:30 a.m. at the Hyatt Grand Champions. Now, I think it's important for our listeners who are not familiar with Animal Samaritans to understand that the Coachella Valley Animal Campus is a no-kill setting. And now I know you have been involved with it a long time, and you've been over there. And what else would you like to tell our listeners about the people that work at this facility?
Well, I want to tell you from Fred Saunders, the executive director, and Bill Blue, the president, and all the staff of Animal Samaritans are extremely compassionate and do an outstanding amount of work with animals, both cats and dogs. And what I think people need to know is that there are so many pets that need to be adopted, which are available. And as you just mentioned, it is a no-kill facility, which is the only one I would ever be involved with. I think that's extremely important. And what's happened with a lot of the homes that have foreclosed, the dogs have been abandoned and left behind, so they've had quite an increase of these pets. But there's some beautiful animals for adoption, and I would encourage everybody to go out there and see what they have both at the shelter and at Animal Samaritans.
Well, and Lindy Bishi is very involved in the animal world, and she has started a new group that kind of helps to bring people together amongst the animal lovers. And I know she had a highly successful event going on at
Yes.
her home, and I know that this will be an even better and bigger success because Don Genhart is again the chairman of it. It's his baby, his brainchild, and we are all looking forward to it. And I know I'm already set up to attend, and it's going to be an exciting event, Don. So,
Thank you, Jacqueline.
well,
very
I
much.
just want to thank you for having you here. And if you have one final thing that you want to say, I think you should say it right
Yes.
now, which is.
I'd like to have people call 760-343-3216 for tickets for this event. And thank you very much. Come one, come all.
Come one, come all. And remember, it's the men of Pompeii, ladies, and we're going to be bidding on the Marines. How much fun is that? This is the Jacqueline Bachar Show, and I'll be back in just a minute.